Manus flat on the canvas. We are ready to rock and roll. Second round of action. There is a cut on Manus.
Yeah.
Martial arts chat.
My man B-Hop got dropped out the ring last night. I need a little judo baby. I need me a little judo baby, and let's do it, Ron. Let's give me
You see what filming this? You've got a face for radio.
I've got a face for radio.
That's nice.
Martial arts chat.
Martial arts chat.
Hello, my name is Chris Allen, and this is the Martial Arts Chat podcast. I've been honoured to be joined by Jeremiah the Kid Labiano from Bellator. He fought not too long ago at Bellator London. Jeremiah, thank you very much for joining us. How you doing?
What's up?
Yeah, good to see you. Do you know what? I chatted to you actually at the post-fight, the pre-fight interview at the Odeon. And you had the same sort of attitude then as well, you know, always happy, always buzzing. And to be fair, you're on foreign soil, so is this something you're used to, man?
Hey, man, if I'm alive and breathing, I got a job and I got food on my table, I'm happy, man.
That's it. And how was like coming over to see us in the UK? How was the reception from the UK fans?
It was good, man. It was beautiful. Even like after the fight, I went. You know, I had about like 20 people that came out from the United States to, you know, come out and support and stuff like that. And you know, a lot of the UK fans out there were really supportive. They enjoyed the fight. And, a lot of them said like, hey, man, like we had it minimum at a draw, but you know, we had you on the split decision. So I had a lot of people out there from the UK that supported me and that thought that the fight went my way. But, you know, I already knew, you know, anytime you're going to fight that's not in your hometown and you let it go to the judges, it's, you know, 9 times out of 10, you know, you're not going to get you're not going to get the nod on the win and stuff. It's pretty much you got to kill the guy to you know, get the win out someone else's hometown. So it is what it is. I had a good time out there. I thought I performed well. I put myself in, you know, some bad situations that I was able to get out. But you know, you got to risk big to win big. And you know, I put everything out on the line out there. And everyone that watched me, you know, I came out and I came there to fight. I didn't come there to try to write out a decision or anything like that. So.
No, definitely not. And I'll tell you what, we're all sitting in the press room, and as you can imagine, no disrespect to yourself, a lot of people might have thought they were throwing you to the walls with Gallagher and all this sort of stuff with all the hype around him. And I think you definitely impressed a lot of people, especially myself. And do you feel you were just a bit underestimated for this fight? You know, even though the outcome, like, we'll talk about the outcome in a minute, like, because it was a big debate either way how that went. But do you feel you were underestimated, you know, going into the fight before you went there?
Did I underestimate James Gallagher?
No. Did you think people underestimated you?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, no one knows who I am, worldwide. I mean, a lot of in the local scene over here where I'm from, Northern California, like I tell everyone, we breed the best fighters in the world, one of the best fighters in the world. Northern California, Southern California, just the West Coast in general, you know. So I'm pretty well known out here in my area. Not a lot of people don't know me out, you know, worldwide and stuff like that. So, you know, people that really know MMA, you know, they know that I come out there and I fight. And, you know, I'm not the best, but I'm hard to beat. I'm hard to beat. And, you know, I definitely showed it in London. You know, I put my heart and my soul into this fight game. And, you know, I take this serious. And, you know, all the guys that Gallagher's been put against, like, look at those guys. They're getting smoked in the first round.
Yeah, man.
And, you know, I knew he was not going to submit me. He was not going to submit me. He for sure was going to knock me out. The only way he was going to be able to win was the ride-out decision and hold on for dear life. And that's what he did.
Well, you've never been submitted, have you? Just want to chuck in there.
Yeah, I've never been submitted in an MMA fight. So.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you feel, because you look very good in your stand-up, caught him with some good strikes. Do you feel he reverted to his wrestling, as you said, held you on the ground because of your intense background in jiu-jitsu? Do you feel like that was what he went to after receiving a few strikes?
Oh, for sure. You can even, I mean, even the second, like the first round, you know, he put me against the fence. I expected it, like, he didn't surprise me, but I knew he was going to try to take me down, but I thought he was going to do more on the middle. Like, he was going to try to take me down more in the open, but he ended up, you know, getting that body lock on the fence to take me down. And his jiu-jitsu, like I was telling everyone, you know, his jiu-jitsu is good. I would rate it as a purple belt, like
Yeah.
a purple belt jiu-jitsu. But it's more of a jiu-jitsu that just kind of hold position and not really like try to technically put me in a bad position. You can see he tried to take me back, and I've been working. That's the only thing he does. He takes people back and he chokes them out. Drill. I drilled to escape so many times. I've been choked so many times, at my gym by
Yeah, man.
brown belt, blue belt, why even white belts? They'll choke me out. It happens. It's the name of the game. But yeah, I gave my back. I knew I was gonna escape. Came right on top. So.
You, yeah, man, and as you showed, fantastic submission defense as always. But do you feel were you actually surprised how Gallagher was able to keep position and hold off your incredible submission game?
No, I'm not really surprised.
No.
Because I mean, he was on side control most of the time. So the side control position is I got to regain my guard in order for me to to do something, or even at least try to sweep and come on top. So I ended up in my closed guard, and that was pretty much it. He landed a couple of short elbows from the half guard, but even in the closed guard, he wasn't able to do much and do anything, and I was able to neutralize him. So it just kind of it sucks because I thought the ref should have stood us up, and the fucked up part was in the second round when my second round was clearly way more dominant than his first round. But and when I was on top of Gallagher, the ref said, "You need to work, or I'm gonna stand you up." And I'm thinking in my head, like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And then in the third round, when I reverse and come on top, I'm on top of him for, I would have to relook at the video, but I think it was like 2 minutes that I was on top of him. And he was literally holding me for 2 minutes. And the ref didn't do shit. Didn't warn to stand up, nothing. Toes in the fence, warned Gallagher several times, to not put his toes in the fence. And, he didn't do anything about that either. So, like I said, it is what it is. I can sit here, make a bunch of fucking excuses, but at the end of the day, I lost. I lost the fight. I take that shit like a man, and it doesn't bug me at all. And I was back in the gym the following week. So.
Well, you are right, and a lot of us do agree with you, and some people don't to disagree. But at the end of the fight, I could not tell you who won that fight. As I said, it was either a very close split decision or like a draw. It was so tight, but obviously what you're saying, obviously I watched the fight back as well. You are right. You did have a bit more considerable time on top in the third, and you did land a fantastic Superman punch, but I think that was in the second, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. No, he tried to Superman punch me, and I cracked his ass.
That was it.
And then he dropped. He dropped, and then it was fucked up. So when I cracked him in the head,
yeah,
the commentators didn't say shit about him getting dropped. He got clipped. If you watch the video, he gets clipped. He buckles a little bit, and then he shoots for that. That desperate takedown that he did. And the judges, or not the judges, the commentators didn't say shit about that. Even when I pressed him against the fence and I landed another hard right shot on him, they were like, "Oh, that was a good counter by Gallagher." What are you talking about? Every punch he threw landed on his face.
Enemy territory, man, isn't it? It's got to be.
Fuck, it's crazy, man.
Even Josh Thompson as well, man. He's one of yours.
Oh my goodness.
No, don't take it to heart, mate. No, look, we were jumping up and down watching the fight.
Yeah.
We were super. We were honestly, the way you managed to keep Gallagher's ground game at bay, even though he wasn't ground on the top, you still kept him from doing what he's done to others, and that definitely comes with your 19 fights of experience. Is it 19 fights?
19 fights, yeah, 19 fights now.
Yeah, especially with your 19 fights of experience, So, no, you've got to take the positives from that. You really do. Like, are you looking back now and taking positives opposed to negatives from it?
Oh, for sure, yeah, for sure. I mean, you don't. I'm not one to dwell on the negatives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know what I did wrong, and I know where I need to adjust. And it's just kind of like I said, I risked. I could have played it safe in the third, and and maybe try to take him down and get on top of him, because you could tell at the end of the fight too, I had way more gas in my tank than he did. He was all squatting down, and clearly he was way more he was super tired.
Yeah.
So.
Is that something you might? Sorry, carry on, man.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything. So.
Oh, okay.
That's shit. Yeah.
So do you look back at that now and think that's maybe one thing you would have changed? Like, I know you say you don't want to do it, but maybe you think, should I have gone for that takedown and try to get the submission over a tied Gallagher?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe take him down, or maybe the big thing that kind of fucked me in that third round was he took me down and I had elevated his legs, and when I was elevating his legs, he was super light, and I felt I was stronger, and I was all like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for this leg lock.
Yeah, man.
So as I was fishing for his legs, that's when he ended up closing the triangle on his legs, and then he went heavy on his hips, and that's what kind of shut me down. So from there, I was like, fuck, all right. So I knew he was gonna get in the mount position, and I was gonna give my back. So it's exactly what I did. I gave the mount position. He kind of looked like he had an arm triangle on me, but he didn't. He was punching me in the back of the head, by the way, like when he was in the mount, because I purposely put my head that way, so he punched me in the back of the head, and he just kept punching me. And then I ooped to get out, to get my back, like everyone else does, but I knew how to escape, and I spun up and kind of came on top. And I think if I would have just, I don't know, man. He was just holding on for, like I said, he was holding on for dear life. I was trying my hardest, posture up and do stuff, and it was like fuck. I couldn't posture up. There wasn't more I could do from there.
Well, I'll tell you what though, like negatives aside, I said like the best. Say looking at the positives this straight away, you came overseas, you fought one of the homeboy favourites sort of thing, one of the biggest shows as well, Bellator put on, especially in the UK with title fights and everything like that. As I said, like, and between like you and a few other people and myself, we thought you might have won the fight, as well. So it's definitely something to hold your head high about. So you look like you didn't have any injuries when you came out of the fight. You seem quite comfortable. Are you looking to get back into the Bellator cage as well? Have you got a few more fights in the contract?
Man, you know what? It was funny. So after the fight,
Yeah.
I went to drink a little bit with Gallagher, me and a couple of my guys, and I went up to him. I was like, hey man, I was like, I won that fight and I want that rematch. I was like, give me that rematch in Ireland. I'll fight you in Ireland. You can come over to the U.S. And he goes, and then he goes, I'll give you the rematch, but not this year. And I was all like, all right, man. But he's not crazy. He doesn't want, he's not crazy.
He saw the threat. You think, yeah? You feel like he had his toughest test.
What is he gonna do once I shut his takedown down?
Exactly, and then show your incredible jiu-jitsu. So
No,
explain a bit, like where, like your background is BJJ. Like, explain about like where you train and the sort of guys you train with and things like that.
I'm from. I've been training with Alexander Crispim since I first started, and it was funny. I was just kind of I was 21 at the time, and I just popped up in the gym. My best friend that cuts my hair trained with Chris Beam back in like the early 2000s. He's like, hey, I'm gonna go check out Chris Beam again. I'm gonna start training jiu-jitsu. I want you to come try it out. So he used to show me and some friends some moves in his living room and stuff after he'd cut our hair, and we would just kill each other in the living room. So I joined the gym, and I've been training with Chris Beam ever since 2008. So, and then I actually got my blue belt in 3 months. And I think I'm only one of two people that Chris Beam's ever given a blue belt to that quick.
God, that's incredible, man. I didn't know that about you. I'm sure a lot of people didn't either.
Yeah.
What were you doing before? What were you doing before, like martial arts? Like, what were you doing before, like athletically, if anything? And then what made you think, you know what, I want to do combat sports. I want to get in the cage or do some sort of martial art.
It's crazy because I was always a small and skinny guy, like back in like high school, junior high, and stuff like that. I didn't even grow until like junior year. But even when I grew, like I grew vertically, but I was just still hella skinny. I played football in high school. I did track and field in high school as well. And then after that, I pretty much didn't do shit. I mean, I started working out, lifting weights like a fucking meathead, and then when I had met Chris Beam in 2008, I was just all like, all right, man, this is shit. I love doing this. I think I competed after like my first month of training. Got smoked, got choked out, and got choked, in the tournament. But that first year, I did jiu-jitsu. I think I did about 14 events, I would say, between,
Oh, wow.
I did like 14 grappling events my first year of training jiu-jitsu.
That's mad. So did you do? Have you done the like out of I don't mean to sound stupid. I probably should know this, but you've done the out of competition jiu-jitsu competitions as
So I
well.
do, I try to stay as active as I can, when I'm not fighting. I did a couple of the Fight to Win pros, Fight to Win pro shows. I do some local, like if there's like a local tournament that's close by, I'll jump into that. Like, what is it called? The BJJ tours. I want to get more involved in the IBJJF, especially I've been a black belt since 2014, and I really want to go out there and start competing and stuff more in the IBJJF scene. It just gets hard because I teach a lot. I'm running one of the gyms, and I'm really focused on my MMA, so it gets kind of hard, and I get a little paranoid sometimes of getting hurt doing the jiu-jitsu tournament, and I need a fight to make money at the end of the day, and jiu-jitsu tournaments is just for a medal and stuff like that. It's not paying my bill. So
Yeah, I know, and obviously it's nice to have that sort of achievement, obviously having a medal and all things like that. But it's also good if you're in between fights. It's sometimes nice to keep active, as you were saying. But again, you don't want to risk an injury, especially before a big fight. Like you were actually meant to fight Gallagher a couple of years ago, weren't you? And Gallagher got injured, didn't he?
yeah. So the first time we were supposed to fight was 2017, and then he had blown it. That's when he blew his knee out. And then after he blew his knee out, we were actually supposed to fight again, but then he ended up getting cut under his eye. So, and then we finally met in London.
It's been a long time coming, eh?
Oh, yeah, long time coming. It's fucked up too.
But yeah,
I didn't fight him the first time. They sent me to Israel to fight. The Israeli guy. Of course, again, I lost a decision in his hometown.
Cool. You went to Israel, so what other countries have you fought in, man?
Israel.
Because you obviously like to travel. It sounds like you like to travel a lot.
Israel and London is the only two places I went. I mean, I fought in Guam one time, but those are the only three places outside of the United States that I've fought.
Fair enough, man. But so you're in Bellator. You've been in Bellator for what, a good 3 years now?
Yeah.
Okay. You just took on someone tough like James Gallagher, and as I said, in a lot of people's eyes, you won the fight. So what are you looking for next? Are you looking for someone at the same sort of caliber, if not better, than Gallagher next?
You know what? I'm here to fight. I'm here to make some money. And I want to fight people that want to fight me. And money talks at the end of the day. So
that's it, man.
I'm down to fight anyone, and they're not gonna. They're not trying to build me up or anything. You're gonna keep throwing me to the sharks. And fuck, man, I'm ready to swim.
Well, yeah, you look at your career. It's not as if you're taking on easy fights. You're taking on people with good records. Am I reading rightly? You fought the Joe Soto back in the day.
Yeah, and I almost knocked him out too. I almost knocked him out in the second round. I dropped him twice. But
he was a champion in the end,
That was, that's where the experience came in too, because I was a young up and comer kid. I was 7-1 at the time that I fought Joe Soto, and I came in there super cocky and stuff like that, and I dropped him, and I did the rookie mistake. I rushed in and tried to finish him off, and him being having a good wrestling background, he was able to tie me up, and from there, it was just kind of downhill from there. I got tired because he was just, grappling with me, and I was having to stand up, and, and then I just gassed out basically going into the, I think it was the end of the third going into the fourth, at the end of the, before the round was over, and the doctors came in.
Jeremiah, sorry, man, I lost you there. Literally, just say the last 10 seconds what you said there.
Okay, so basically, I almost knocked him out, and he hemmed me up. He used his wrestling to kind of control me a little bit, and that's when I got winded. And at the end, I think it was the end of the third round, going into the fourth, the corner had blew the whistle. So the doctors came in, they started asking me hella questions and stuff like that, and then they just waved off the fight because I was pretty fucked up that fight too. But dude, I'm crazy, dude. You gotta kill me to either win or the doctors are gonna have to stop it because as badly beaten up as I was, like I wasn't gonna quit. There's no quit in me, man. It's that Filipino blood. I don't know what it is.
That's
We
it.
got, it's in my blood.
Is that where you're originally from then, family wise and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you when did you move to California?
I was born and raised in California. My parents,
Okay.
both my parents were from the Philippines. They had immigrated over here at a young age and stuff like that. So, but I was born in Redwood City, California. Grew up in Hayward, and now I currently live in Danville, California.
Nice, man. I've always wanted to come to California. I've been to the East Coast a lot, but I've never really experienced the West Coast. I'd love to come out there one day. It'd be amazing.
It's beautiful, man. The weather's perfect out here. I mean, we get rain during the winters, and it's sun in the summer, and it's.
We're from the UK, man. We love the rain. We live for the rain.
Yeah, dude. It's not as extreme as you'll see like the weather in like the East Coast or the Midwest. It's either like over there.
Yeah.
It's either super cold and like snowing, hurricanes and shit like that, or it's like scorching hot. Over here, it's just beautiful weather, all the time.
Amazing, man. Yep. I'm a bit of a geek though. I want to see things like where Arnold Schwarzenegger trained on the beach outside, where they shot scenes from Scarface and things like that.
Yeah, you got to go to the Southern California for that. I'm from the Bay Area, San Francisco area, and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, man, remember, I'm from a little island. You see, I can drive to the other end of my country in 8 hours, or 10 hours. so California, I'm probably gonna get a shock of my life when I get there, thinking I'm gonna go here. But yeah, it's not gonna work like that.
Your guys' traffic is crazy, though, man. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, that's right. Come to London. Or you did come to London one day. You probably saw the traffic getting around, didn't you?
Yeah, the traffic was crazy.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's all part of the fun. It's all part of the tourist attraction,
Yeah.
It's good. One thing I was going to say, we're talking back to when your next fight is. Would you be interested? Like, I know Dublin's coming up. I know you'd love to come up across the water. After having that fight against James Gallagher, you're saying maybe not too many people watching you. People are going to know who you are on that card. I know I'm not saying people don't, but they're going to know exactly who you are. You fought Gallagher before. If he wins and you put on a great performance, does that potentially set up another fight for you two?
Yeah, I mean, it could. I'm thinking in my head like, shit. Maybe if his opponent gets hurt, maybe I can step in and fill in at a catchweight again.
True. Oh, do you know? I didn't think of that.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm back to it. I'm back to the training. I never really took any time off after the fight. I mean, it's already been 2 weeks now, and like I said, right after the fight, I was back on a plane, landed home on Sunday, and I was back to the gym that following week.
They're fair play, man. Dedication all day long, especially with that jet lag as well, because that's a good 8 hours to California, isn't it?
Yeah. I think traveling. I've been traveling a lot lately. I mean, at least for the press conference for London. I also went to Thailand for 2 weeks in earlier this year. So I think my body adjusted pretty well to the time. I didn't find like the time affected me at all when I was when I went there for the fight. So I think it only took me like 2 days to adjust.
Oh, brilliant! I remember actually. I spoke to you before the fight. You said you went to Thailand. What took you over there? Like, did you go and just do some training with the guys there? Because there's been a couple of guys in the UFC who've done that sort of thing, and it's worked wonders.
Yeah, it was funny because it was supposed to be my bachelor party because I actually got married 2 weeks before the Gallagher fight.
Congratulations, man!
I went there purposely it was for my bachelor party, but I went there a week early to go train. So I went to and spent some time at Tiger Muay Thai. One of my friends is one of the jiu-jitsu coaches over there for Tiger Muay Thai. So, he always takes care of me. Alex Shield and George Hickman, the Hickman brothers over there. They take very good care of me when I'm out there training and stuff. So I spent my first week over there with them in Phuket, and then I met my friends up in Bangkok. And while my friends were doing a bunch of shit, I was I went to Yokow Gym. I went to Penyon D Kingdom, Fairtex Pattaya, and I also went to Arete Jiu-Jitsu. There's a Jiu-Jitsu gym over there. I think it's a Nobu and Yao affiliate. So I was able to do a little bit of Jiu-Jitsu out there too, and just train with different people, see different things, and just try to learn as much as I could while I spent my time out there.
Joy, it's great listening to you. Like, you can just see you've had some of the best experiences. You're still young enough. You're still young still. You've got great experiences from fighting some of the best fighters in the world, from traveling around the world and things like that. You could probably look back in your life and write a book, Jeremiah.
For sure. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that just kind of do it just to say they're fighters, and there's people like me that take this shit serious, and it is my job. It's my life, and I'm fully committed. I'm fully dedicated to the shit. And, like I said, I teach other people. I teach kids. I teach adults. And I just like to inspire people to, change their lives, live a healthier lifestyle, and just, foster that family environment that, that's our culture at our gym at Crispin BJJ. And it's that family vibe. And I just like helping people, man. If I didn't fight, I went to school to get my degree in health science and stuff, and I was gonna get a job in the hospital. I think that's just what I was put on this earth to do, is just to help people. So.
No, it's nice seeing. It's obviously a very self-rewarding job to do, to see people grow and get to a better place and potentially get to the same level you are, Jeremiah. Soon they might be teaching you things.
For sure.
But you look at your career, and you definitely put on all-round, exciting fights. You're very even with your wins and stuff. So you got 4 submissions, 4 KOs, and 4 decisions. So there's definitely hard to bet on you. How you're going to finish the fight. And do you like that sort of variety in your your success when you go into fights, because they don't really know what's going to happen with you?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm just kind of They say like I'm an elusive fighter. It's just kind of like I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but I'll stand in there and bang with you if you take me down, or if I get on top of you, I'm gonna impose my will on you on my jiu-jitsu side too. So it's like I said, I'm a tough guy. I'm a tough guy to beat.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. You definitely proved that the other night. And it sounds like you worked a lot on your striking for this one as well, especially going to Thailand and things. And you brought Andre Ward in as well, didn't you?
Yeah. So we had brought Andre Ward into the camp. He didn't spar. It was funny because the commentator said he was sparring with us. I never sparred with Andre Ward. He was actually training us, in boxing, and it was kind of cool because after Andre retired, we were actually the first people that he's actually worked with, and coached outside of out of boxing. And I don't even think he's even. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on this, but I don't think he works with anyone else, like training one-on-ones with on the boxing side. So totally grateful for that opportunity that Crispin was able to set that up and get him into the camp. Definitely learned a lot from him, from a true champion, and just his the way he carries himself too is how I like to try to carry myself as well. You don't have to talk shit and do all this crazy stuff to get people to like you. You stay true to who you are, and just be a cool person and be fucking normal. at the end of the day, and people will gravitate towards that. So, but everyone has their different ways of getting people to like them, I guess you can say. So.
Yeah, people are seeing like what people like Conor McGregor have done. They've talked a lot and they seem to be getting successful from it. As long as they can back it up, that's what I can say. But yeah, but what I was really impressed with, I was at the press conference as well, and Gallagher was giving it a lot, and you just sat there and you just weren't interested at all, were you? It didn't affect you mentally. You could tell by the way you fought, you didn't rush in or anything like that.
Yeah, no.
And it's nice to hear. Even Gallagher said to us at the post-fight conference, he said that you two were going out for drinks, and things like that. I'm not saying we didn't believe him. It's nice for you to confirm that,
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's a sport. It's a business. At the end of the day, I don't take anything personal. I don't take anything personal from anyone. We go in there, we handle our shit like men, and if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. At the end of the day, I don't hold any grudges against anyone. Life's too short for any of that bullshit. So, hats off to Gallagher. He won, but I mean, at the end of the day, he knows he squeaked by. He squeaked that win. So I definitely want to get my hands on him again.
And I'm sure it'll definitely come to you again. As I said, keep healthy, you know, you never know when. We don't want anyone to get injured, of course, but if it does happen, you know, it'd be great to see you step straight back in there again. And
It does happen to
and
know
also,
a guy.
yeah, we happen to know a guy. So if anyone's listening to this, you know, yeah, there's a guy out there who will happily fight. He's always ready. He'll fly halfway around the world, have 12 hours jet lag, no sleep, and he'll still fight you.
Yeah.
You know? And he won't let you submit him either.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then I also want to clear something up too. You know, Gallagher was yapping about like my coach was trying to disrespect. That wasn't my coach. My coach wasn't even there until the day of weigh-ins. It was one of my teammates out there in the crowd had said something, and of course Gallagher's gonna bark back, and where we're from, we don't back down from anything. So that's how they kind of got into it at the press conference and stuff. But that wasn't my coach, So.
No, because he said he's seen you all walking around, but we're thinking, well, that could have been a teammate, and that could have been anyone.
Yeah, he was one of my teammates. He tries to say like, "Oh, I'm a professional. I don't act like that." Like, come on, dude. Like, everyone knows how you act. Definitely not like a fucking professional. And then you're gonna sit there and try to attack my team and say that my coach was doing this, doing that. And no, wasn't my coach. If my coach had something to say to him, it wouldn't be a good thing. So.
Yeah. But yeah, fair play, man. You kept your cool. You didn't rise to the occasion. Understandably, Gallagher he probably got annoyed. If he's getting shouted at, it's going to rattle his chain. It's going to set him off. But at the end of the day, you kept your cool. You got in there, and you two put on a great fight for everyone. And it's great to see the show of respect at the end of it, because as you said, you're a respectful person. You can't be bothered with all that that bullshit of grudges and things like that. So. You know what? That hopefully will set up the fight again, and you never know. It'll be interesting to see what happens next time, man.
Oh, sure.
One thing I definitely want to ask you is, you like a coat, don't you? You're a fan of an overcoat, like a nice jacket. We've seen a few different styles, man. Like I thought this guy lives in California. I thought it was like 100 degrees there.
What's fucked up? I left the coat in my fucking hotel room. I left the coat there.
Oh, what was your room number? I'll claim it for you, man. It's fine.
426. 426. And it was crazy. So we did laundry too at the freaking hotel. They tried to charge us 162 pounds.
What? For how many items? For how many items?
There was probably only like 10 items.
Oh my god.
I was like 160. I was like, nope. You guys can keep my laundry. I'm fucking going home.
I'll buy it again.
Yeah, I left all my shit over there. I left that, and unfortunately, I left that fucking coat. God damn it.
Yeah, but you got a few though, haven't you? You've always been. I don't think I've seen a picture of you in not so fashionable clothing. To be fair, you've always been quite proud of your appearance, haven't you?
Oh yeah. I like to dress nice and stuff, and usually during the fight time, I always try to bring out some fire, some heat on my feet, bring some nice shoes out and stuff. And it was funny, so for the press conference, I didn't even know there was a press conference that day. I'm sleeping, and then Victoria had called me, and she goes, "Hey, Jeremiah, where you at?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "We're leaving for the press conference." I was like, "What press conference?" She goes, "We have a press conference in 30 minutes." And I was all like, "No, we don't." And she goes, "Yeah, we do. It's on your schedule." And I was like, "Fuck." So I was like, "All right, I'm gonna get ready." I literally brushed my teeth, threw all my shit on within 10 minutes, and I was downstairs. So, and I didn't get to wear the shoes that I wanted to at the press conference, which kind of sucked.
Well, yeah. Would you stick the Nikes on or something like that?
Yeah. Well, I still have some Nikes on, some Have a Nice Day Air Max 97s, but I wanted to wear my my Sean Wotherspoon's Nike ones. Those are the nice ones that I had brought out, but I didn't get to wear them to the press conference. So I was a little upset about that, but for someone that got up and threw a fit together in 10 minutes, I didn't look too bad.
You didn't leave those trainers behind, did you, as well?
No, I didn't leave the trainers behind.
Oh, that's a shame. I was going to go check Lost and Found in the hotel and say, yeah, I'm sure they're mine. What size are you? I'm size 11. I'm size 12, though. What size are you?
Yeah, I'm size 12, too. Are you size 12?
Size 12 UK. I don't know what that's American. What was that? 13, I think, American.
Oh, yeah, shit. I think that's like a 13.
I'm like 6'4", though, mate, so I'm cheating, to be fair. and also, I want to ask a question. So they call you the Kid, obviously. You got that nickname very early on. Obviously, you're more like the adult now. But
yeah, the man child.
The man child. Who gave you that nickname originally, and where did it originate
that
from?
was my boy that got me to jiu-jitsu. So the guy that used to come, he still cuts my hair. His name is Cedric Seneca. He gave me that nickname. He's all like, that was before I fought amateur, so we're like, hey, we gotta think of a fucking nickname for you. And I was like, what do you think? So I have a couple different nicknames. Like my friends call me Filthy too. So like one of my fights, I had a shirt that said Stay Filthy. So
Quality.
I don't want to get into the background of how I got that nickname, but let's just say
We'll save that for another
let's just
day.
say I've done some things I'm not proud of to get that nickname. but no, and then he's all like,
Brilliant.
how about the kid? And I go, what's the meaning behind that? He goes, well, fuck, dude, everything you do, you're good at. Like, I can show you, I can show you something. You just absorb it like a fucking kid, like a sponge. You just.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's better than being called the sponge, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to be called the sponge for sure. How about the kid? I was all like, yeah, shit, I guess so. So that's just kind of how it took off from there. So, my official nickname, when I fight is a kid, but a lot of people call me Filthy and stuff too.
Filthy Kid, maybe? I don't know. Kid Filthy?
Yeah, Kid Filthy. Maybe I'll just. I'm getting old, so I might have to just change it to Filthy.
Yeah, I think just do it. Loads of people do it during their career. Why not? Well, I'll tell you what, Jeremiah, I won't keep you here for long. I've kept you for a good 3/4 of an hour now. But don't get me wrong, I probably could ask you another million questions. But
All right, man, I ain't doing shit. You can take your time if you want to ask me more.
I'd love to, man, but we literally have a limit of up to about 45 minutes. Otherwise, I would love to carry on talking to you. Otherwise, I'd literally be here for the next 2 hours. But we'll keep in touch, and I really want to catch up. Catch up again in not too distant future, and talk about if you've got any upcoming fights or when you announce something. It'd be good to catch up again then.
For sure.
That's all right.
Sounds good. Appreciate you for having me on, man.
Well, no, 100%. But I'll tell you what I want would be great for you is if you have anyone you want to shout out to, any coaches, sponsors, people that got you to where you are, Jeremiah,
Yeah.
please do it now.
Sure. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull. I don't want to.
If you miss anyone, yeah.
Forget people, man. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank God for always blessing me with the opportunity to showcase my talent and my skill in the cages and stuff, and always protecting me when I'm out there, me and my opponents. I want to thank my head coach, Alexander Crispin. He's given so much to me, not only to me, just everyone at the gym. He's in the gyms, 5 a.m. in the morning, and he's not leaving until 9 o'clock at night. He just has a big heart, and he gives all his energy to everyone at the cat, not just the fight team, but to all the kids, all the adults, all the parents and stuff like that. He's got so much stuff on his plate, and I just want to express my gratitude and my thankfulness for him. All my teammates out there, Alan, Nacho, Jason, Corn, Dimitri, Igor, all the boys, all the Wild Boys MMA, baby, Crispin, BJJ, my sponsors, Peninsula Landing Company, Roger and Lois, thank you guys, Sean Barry, Believe, Premium Sneakers, Want vs. Needs, Sky Real Estate, my mom, always support me since I was born.
That's it, man.
Strike First Nutrition, Cairo Sports USA, and Mass Meals. They took care of my nutrition during the whole camp, and it's good to not have to worry about what you're eating. You just have your meals already set, all the calories, everything, and that definitely helped with my weight cut. Especially I haven't been that low. I weighed in at 139.6, and I didn't weigh that low since I fought 135 a few years ago. So shout out to Mass Meals, Animalistic Nutrition. They're not one of my sponsors, but Elliot, he helped me out the day that I was there, or the day that I landed. He was taking care of my meals and monitoring me, delivering my meals to my hotel, and did my rehydration and stuff like that. And I haven't felt that great in a long time being in the cage. Like usually, like sometimes my legs feel a little heavy after weigh-ins and stuff like that. And I don't know what he did, but all the stuff that he gave me, man, that was good stuff. So thank you, Elliot. And then also my management team, Iridium Sports Agency, Jason House, Jeremy Luchow, and Jacob. This is my first time working with my first fight with them, and unfortunately we got the loss, but I still believe that we have a bright future together. So I'm looking forward to continuing to work with them for my upcoming fights and stuff like that. So yeah, man. and thank you to all my fans, all my family, all my supporters, man. I love you guys, and I just want to say thank you for all the years of support. And we still got 10 more years up in this motherfucker, man. I'm gonna be fine till I'm 50 if I have to. Let's go, baby.
That's it, man. Randy Couture was like 49 when he retired, man. You got plenty of time.
Yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm ready.
And you don't take too much. You don't take a lot of damage. You got loads of time, man. You're all good.
Yeah.
Hey, one more thing. You got to give a shout out to who does your tattoos, by the way, man. Your tattoos are amazing.
Oh, way
I mean?
better than Gallagher's, right? Way better than Gallagher's.
I've got to stay neutral.
No, all my tattoo artists over at Seven Sun Tattoo in San Francisco, man. Seven Sun Tattoo, Inky's Tattoo over in Fremont. My boy Matt On, he has a Golden State Tattoo Company over in San Francisco. I be jumping all over the place for my tattoos, but those are all my main guys that give, that do all my work and stuff on me. So, shout out to those guys. I'm overdue for some work. Maybe my next fight I'll have a fucking tattoo on my face, or my legs finished up. But no, I'm just kidding about the face. I won't do that. But
I was waiting to see if you were joking or not.
Definitely looking forward to some more ink. And if anyone says that tattoos don't hurt, you're a fucking liar. Every tattoo hurts, and it sucks. Well, I don't know why I'm addicted to it, but.
Where's the worst place? Where's the worst place you've got a tattoo? The most painful place.
The ribs. It's funny because my boy Joey Armstrong, I'm kind of happy that he moved to I think he moved over to like Portland or something like that, just because I don't have to go see him to finish up my ribs. But yeah, that's the worst part. I still got to finish up one side of my rib with him. So hopefully I'll eventually get it done, but not looking forward to it for sure.
No, I bet. I can't say nothing. I actually haven't got a tattoo yet. Do you know what it is? I can't find like the first one I want to get, because I know when I get one, I'll continue probably to get more. It's just getting that first one, I think.
Just make sure you really know what you want, because it's on there forever.
That's the thing.
And that's what I did too. Like I said, when I was growing up, I was a skinny kid, right? Everyone wants to get tattoos when they're young, but fuck, my body was I was so skinny, I would look stupid as fuck if I got a tattoo at a young age. So that's when I told you I was a meathead. I was working out a little bit, put on a little bit of muscle. So that's when I got my first tattoo when I was 21 years old. And then it was funny because I recently got my hands done not too long ago. And one of my tattoo artists, it was Orly. I was all like, "Hey Orly, what do you think about getting your hands tattooed?" And he goes, "How old are you?" He was 25 at the time. He goes, "I'm 25." He goes, "Wait till you're 30, man. Just wait till you're 30." I was like, "All right." Then I turned 30. I was like, fuck it, I'll get my hands done.
Counting down the days.
I own my own gym, and I work at the gym and stuff like that. I plan on doing this for the rest of my life. So, I'm fully committed. Like I said, where am I going to get a job now with tattoos on my hands? Shit.
You could be a prison warden or something.
Yeah, probably.
Mate, joke, man. You'll always be a trainer, you'll always be a teacher, mate, and you'll always be able to carry a career. You'll be doing jiu-jitsu all your life, and that's the good thing,
No,
So,
for sure.
That's it,
I love this shit, man. I love it. I love teaching. I love inspiring other people, like I told you earlier, and just helping people become better versions of themselves at the end of the day. And it's, jiu-jitsu is more than just the actual moves that you learn. It's a lifestyle. At the end of the day, just so much you can learn from there that you can translate into your real life. And I think a lot of places with the upcoming of MMA and stuff like that, they kind of lose that martial arts sense of jiu-jitsu. And I'm very fortunate enough to be alongside Chris Beam, and having him as a mentor and teaching me, the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, the real Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, not just jiu-jitsu at the end of the day.
So that's a great message, mate. And I really appreciate all your comments you made. And it's been a really good chat. I really enjoyed it with you, and I hope you have too, mate. And I really can't really can't wait to chat to you again. And I said I'll keep in contact with you, and we'll see. It'd be great to chat again sometime on the podcast, mate.
Hell yeah, brother. Anytime, man. Anytime. Hit me up.
Will do, mate. I'm definitely getting. As soon as this comes out, I'll make sure you're tagged. Okay.
All right. Sounds good, brother.
Cool. Speak to you soon, Gemma.
All right, thanks, bro.
Thank you.
All right, later.